How many times is the sequel just as good or better than the original? It's not that very often until today. Magnetic 96 has once again come out with an expansion library for the HALion family of instruments, HALion Sonic, and HALion Sonic SE. Wood and Water is their next entry in the wonderful world of bringing the sounds of nature and acoustic instruments, synthetic and processing, and bringing them all together to create something beautiful. So let's take a joyful journey into Wood and Water. Hey, this is Simeon, and I'm just so excited to be able to come to you and show you another expansion library for the HALion family. HALion Sonic, and HALion Sonic SE. Magnetic 96, their first expansion was metal and ice, which they actually froze metal instruments and sampled them and sampled the ice and that type of thing. But today, with Wood and Water, they're taking an 18-piece string ensemble, a grand piano where they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff with it, acoustic guitars, then they've got a sound effects section, they're dragging things across the floor, wooden doors, all sorts of different things. And then they come up with a synth section where they go crazy with modulars and vintage synths, even using synclaviers to process some of the acoustic sounds, the string sounds and guitar sounds. And then going another step onto tape, which just gives it such a nice warm quality. So let's just take a quick look. So I've got HALion Sonic running here. We just go in and browse, and you can just see it right there, Wood and Water. And then we've got all of these presets. They've given us so many different presets to use. And so here we have acoustic feedback. And just basically what we're looking at here, and I'm going to make this even easier for us to see, is that we have 4 different sound generators, and we can pop this up, and each one of these has their own controls for volume and different things, and you have total control of each of these 4 different sound generators. There's just this crazy organic richness about it that I really love. And so when we take a look at metal and wood, you're going to see that it consists of 4 main sound sources, 4 sound engines, so to speak. And each one of these we can go deeper. So it's just like peeling an onion in a way. So the first layer here, and then we can go to individuals, and then let's just look at this. We can go into this sound source section, and here you see all of the different things that they've done, from acoustic guitars to what I think are Moog synths based on the image. They're giving us little hints with the images here, different waves and all kinds of crazy synthesized waveforms. And here we go, like the door creak and dropping wood on the floor, and it's just incredible. EBOs, modular things, and it's just amazing. And we've got all of these different things going on here. And it seems like the list keeps going. You even got a tube of toothpaste here. And this is what makes this such an amazing collection. So let's go to another preset. Let's check out one of the guitars. Let's go to Ambient Guitar 1. And they're really going for that, of course, ambient, the ambient sound, the droning, the real long, extensive things. But Watch what happens. So we've got this first sound source is an EBow acoustic. The second one is a 12 string, and the third one is another EBow acoustic, but it says rattling, so it's a different thing. So I'm going to just turn off 1 and 3 so we can focus on the acoustic. And you can see they've got this envelope turned way up. Let's just hear the quality of this guitar by just reducing the attack all the way down. And with all of these, you have control over the reverb. So you've got synths for the main effects, which are in the master effects. You've got reverb, delay, and transform effects. And the transform effects are kind of like these really crazy convolution effects. And here we've got bubbles. And so you have control over those three, how much signal that's going to send to the reverb right here. And let's turn the reverb off. Let's send it through some bubbles. That gives it some kind of unusual movement and texture to it. And that's just one sound source. So you have, for each of these sound cores, sound sources, you have control, just like this, on all 4 of them. You can use all 4, you could use 1. It's all up to you, however you would like to do that. So let's keep going. Digital range strings, let's do that first. So this has the orchestral strings layered with just flat out big digital strings here. It's amazing. And then the CC1 control, I've got it assigned here. This takes us into this modulation section. And they're not really using it on this one. We'll pull up another one where you can see. But it affects how all of these controls are blended. So you can see I can click and drag out. And this is like the range of how much the modulation is going to affect. Okay, let's check out some of the hybrid strings. So this is like MAJESTIC hybrid. Let's listen to that. Yeah, they're doing a few little things with the modulation. And now you see that it's moving on its own. It's kind of, that little white line is moving on its own because it can sync to your DAW, or it can sync to a predefined, a predetermined frequency. Oh, and I want to grab it, but I don't need to. I can just play. The thing that I hear in these is just the richness of this, the string section they captured. They did just such a beautiful job capturing that string section, and then just you know, going crazy, you know, taking it through all of these processes. So, you know, I guess the guys at Magnetic 96, they continue to just push the envelope. They're not satisfied just with doing it, you know, the way they've been doing it. So they're gonna try different modulars, different processing. And the synclavier thing is really crazy because they'll sample it into a synclavier and then record that output to tape and just take it even further. So they've just done a fantastic job with this. And we've got big synth pads. There's a couple of leads here. Let's see, screaming bass. Let's check that out. Yeah. That's wild. That's wild. And then the mod wheel here, or CC1, affects how much distortion. That's really crazy. Okay, so let's just check out a few more things. Let's do like one of the synth comps and plucked wave. And again, the modulation is automatically doing that. Really wild sounding stuff. Okay. Okay, this sounds cool. Driving force, and this is another synth comp. And this has some movement to it. Now we can hear now about what this CC1 is doing a little bit more. Yeah, so it's the, you got these wood hits, and that's increasing the volume of those a little bit. And now let's see. And then when we go to the individual sound sources, you can see we've got filter, modulation, and effects. And then we have the motion. And motion can be either through LFOs, step sequencing, or an arpeggiator. So once again, just a super fat sound. Okay, let's just check out the piano. So let's see, water piano. Yeah, this has got evaporate, beaten grand, and ringing. piano sounds really cool. That's very beautiful. This is something. Yeah, they really took this concept to another level with this. Incredible. So there is a lot more that you can do with wood and water. And I've done another video that walks through a lot more of the patches so you can experience more of this beautiful instrument created for HALion by Magnetic 96. And I can't wait to what the sequel to the sequel is going to be. So until next time, this is Simeon, and I want you to always stay joyful. And I'll see you soon.